All right, so we got the Utah banner. We're about to get Ghetto's banner, but I think it's important that people know what's coming up because a lot of people have been asking me in chat, like, who's next? What should I get next? Etc. Etc. Right? This is a very common question I've seen everywhere. Okay, so I think this video is pretty important. Now, we have gotten a lot of banners in a very short amount of time. In 3 weeks, we got how many banners? So Itadori, sure, we could count that, but not really. No one should have summoned, but I know a lot of people got baited. So Itadori's, we got Junpei's. This is JP. Hold on. So we got Itadori's, we got Junpei's, we got Megumi's in literally a week, okay? Then after Megumi, we got the SRs. Meh, doesn't really matter. Then after the SRs, we got Yuta, and then we're going to get Ghetto in literally like 3 weeks, right? 3 weeks, we have 1, 2, 4 new SRs in 3 weeks. So it's a bit crazy considering the amount of pulls this game offers and the rates and the pity. So there is that to consider. But after this, we have to talk about what's next, right? So many people have been asking that. So I think it's pretty important, right? Now, we can make assumptions. There's nothing confirmed about when, but we could say who exactly, pretty much, right? That's kind of how it works, right? So when we go to December, we'll see that we're done. We're literally done, right? The 29th of November, we're going to have everything. So they're going to be here for a month, all right? They're going to be here until December 24th or 25th. I forgot if it's 24th or 25th. Thank God I have it open. It's going to be till, does it say? Till the 25th. Okay, now what exactly is the 25th? Christmas. Now, I asked in chat, do they think that we're going to get a hype release? And I mean, listen, it's Christmas, so most people did say yes. So there's two ways I see this going, okay? They showed with Megumi very clearly that they are not afraid to change the banner schedule. All right, so what does that mean for us? That means that we could check the next 2 units and see they might change it around. So number 1, new chapter, which I don't know how many cubes they give in a new chapter, if I'm being honest. Hopefully it's more on global. But we're going to have to see, right? So we have Itadori, Drip Dory as I like to call him. And then we have a new event with a new, well, a kind of rerun banner. But the rerun banner has a new recollection bit, being this one, which increases crit rate and ally taijutsu. Pretty mid if we're being honest. So free skip banner. I don't even know if they're going to put that on global. If I'm being honest, this is not a global type of banner. It really is not. So after that, we got Hollow Purple. On the thumbnail, pretty obvious, right? So we have Hollow Purple, we have Itadori. Now, what is exactly is going to happen, right? What's going to happen? Okay, that's my question, and I'm going to try to answer that. Okay, so there's a couple things I see, but if I'm being real, let's go over my main prediction. Is that Gojo comes out for Christmas, and then Itadori comes out later, maybe the first week of New Year's. That's my personal prediction. Okay, I think Gojo could come out about the 20th, and then they bring like Christmas packs and New Year packs. But I really think that we're gonna get Gojo before Yuta ends. I think. Okay, now what's my reasoning? It's because after Ghetto, we have 3 weeks of no new content, right? That's essentially it. So I just don't see them doing that personally, right? Wouldn't they want to keep the hype going? I feel like they might release it a bit earlier than Christmas, right? Because listen, Ghetto comes out, which let me find the post. Here it is, I think. Yes, here it is. So we see Ghetto comes out the 29th and he leaves the 25th. So it's good to have them up a while. The thing is, there's no way they're going to leave it dead for 3 weeks. I could see after Ghetto like 2 weeks of nothing, but by the like 14th to the 25th, in between that time, I really feel like they're just going to pop Gojo out, right? It's a possibility, right? I just want to say that. Now, even if he doesn't come out before the 25th, and if he does, I think they're going to keep Gojo up for a month if they do that, if they release him early. But if they do it from the 25th to New Year's, then I think he's going to be for like 2 weeks, maybe 3. Hopefully 3. 3 would be a good amount of time. So, yeah, we're going to have to see how exactly, but we know that Itadori and Gojo are next. Okay, that's it. Now, in the way we're going to get it, there's some things that I used as like kind of my logic is that Gojo comes out first because we just got a map event. So next will be a story event. And then afterwards we get a map event with Itadori at the same time. And like Itadori's not hyped. They could just do a random release for like New Year's, etc. Because New Year's is also probably going to have like its own like celebration. But then people are going to summon for Christmas, right? Now, if they're not doing that, then they're just going to drop Itadori and then drop Gojo. Okay, that's it. Itadori is just going to be whenever, and then Gojo's afterwards. They're not going to tie themselves to New Year's or Christmas. And then there's also another option, which I just want to say, is that the event comes out, and then we do get units only on the 25th, and it's probably Gojo, right? So this map event could be the like filler, quote unquote, that they release between like the 29th to the 25th. Because that's a month of nothing, right? Essentially. So they could probably just release this, have a different banner, and then either release Itadori or Gojo. But basically what I'm saying is in the next 6 weeks, we are going to get Gojo. But my guess is we're going to get him in 3 to 4 weeks. That's my personal guess, okay? Max 6 weeks. I think we could all agree on that. Maybe they're going to move it around. Okay, maybe. But then when you look in February, the problem is it's Kamo and Momo. And then it's Nobara, okay? Now, why exactly would they release Gojo early? Another reason. Another big reason that leads me to believe that Gojo is going to come early, and probably the biggest thing, in my opinion, to, like, say that it is going to be... They still have it. They should still have it. So, where is it? It should be around here. Here it is. So in here, it says that tower is coming early. So what tower coming early means is we need mono teams. We need a good DPS for every single color. Now, right now, let's check. We have a good DPS for red. We have a good DPS for blue. We have a good DPS slash good support, just good unit in general for yellow. And then we have Nobara. And we don't for green. Okay? If they release Gojo, that completes every single color. And then I think they're not going to feel scared anymore to release tower. We're going to be powered up because double boost, right? Bunch of events, bunch more AP than JP. So I feel like they're going to release the 4, and then for for New Year's, we're just going to get tower. Okay, that's my personal guess. Let me know if the logic is there, if you like agree with me, because I feel like it makes sense, right? They release Gojo, pump it out, give us tower, and then we just get kind of filler patches for a bit. We'll have to see how they do it. I would really like if they give more cubes. I really would. I think they put themselves in a very bad position where from Gojo to Anniversary, there's nothing. Nothing hype, quote unquote. Because after Gojo, Momo, Kamo, it is Kamo, right? Yes, Kamo, Nobara. Nobara has the same nail gimmick. Mecha Maru, okay. Then we go into a Toto who sucks. This is the next hype release, in my opinion. But then the actual hype unit's free to play. Cool. A Panda. A Nanami. Nanami's actually, it's pretty hype, I'm not going to lie. And then we get to Anniversary, right? There's so many like kind of quote unquote dead units until Annie that it's like rough. And then after Annie, same shit. After Toji, obviously. Because they have them too close to each other. This might upset players, but I would not be opposed if like Toji just isn't a part of Anniversary. They don't have 3 units at once for Anniversary, and they like released Toji earlier to keep the hype rolling. Now that's coming. I think I'm a bit biased. I'm going to acknowledge I'm a bit biased because obviously I'm looking at it from the perspective as a content creator, and I want the hype to keep going, obviously for my views, right? But it's just they go from hype to dead to hype to dead to hype. They don't have dead hype, right? That's how it should be, right? But no, they go dead in a row. So that is a bit of a problem. We'll end up seeing how it works out, but let's talk a bit about what they do. And first of all, Itadori don't summon, especially because he's red. He's a full taijutsu unit, which is okay. There's good taijutsu recollection bits, but in general, nothing too crazy. His passives are kind of not there. If he had another passive related to damage increase, he would have been pretty good. Because his ult, very high damage multiplier, debuff, does a black flash, which means this is like baseline 2,250. Because it's 1.5 times increase, so 1,500 about 750% increase. That's a 2,250 ult, which is pretty much the highest ultimate in the game right now, considering it's a guaranteed black flash. Obviously, other units could do as much because of the fact that they get the black flash or whatever, and Yuta has a higher multiplier, and if he gets black flash and crit, obviously, but you know, Itadori gets it guaranteed, so that's what we have to consider. Now his ult is pretty high, but then he gives himself ult gauge decent. This is decent. Now we don't know the turn amount. I don't know, it's probably on the attack, I'm gonna guess. Now the crit rate increase, why this is good, and this is very good, I'd say. The thing is with this is that this is gonna allow him to maybe get 1.5 times 1.5, which is a multiplicative buff. So that becomes 1.5 to 2,250, then 1.5 again to about 3,000, right? So it makes his ult very strong, but in general, you just don't need him, right? That's the thing. He's good. But then there's also Toji who comes out after, so he's kind of a dead release. Now, Hollow Purple is not a dead release. Why? Because there's not many good green units, but please acknowledge the fact that Mahito is the next green unit after Gojo. So if they release him early, then you might not need Gojo unless you want him. He works very much the same as Blue Gojo, but better. So he leaves after 7 turns. He doesn't take damage in that time unless there's a domain. Now here, he does a 2000% ultimate. That's double Blue Gojo's, but he gets 1 less stack here. But still, that's a 70% damage increase twice, okay? And then you're also debuffing. And considering this is double, and he's green, the thing is he's green. The main thing is for Tower, right? Tower's going to come out after him for sure. Whenever he comes out, I see in 2 to 4 weeks, we get Tower. Okay, that's personally what I think. Now, this is also really cool, how he lowers the damage, which makes him more of a support to help the team. Because this helps the team. No, wait, never mind. This is disadvantaged. This does not help the team. I am completely wrong. This helps the team, right? This helps the team. This is counterintuitive, but you're going to see what I'm going to talk about with Gojo afterwards. He's pretty good. So this helps the team. This helps the team. And then he can only do this on the last turn, right? Which takes a bit of the stress away from trying to get 2 ults in, if I'm being real. But besides that, if we check where's the banner schedule? Here it is. So with Gojo, we got a really good, is it this one? Yeah. So this one also, what makes him really cool is like, he's basically, what's it called? He's a support, like defensive support in a way, while being really good on damage, okay? So he gets this, by the way, very high Jujutsu. So he gets this where when he uses whatever he wants, he could just taunt for 2 turns, which equals to 2 turns of no damage, right? Which is a busted effect. Now, why you can't use this on Blue Gojo is because you need to have this, right? And Green Gojo saves it to the end, right? So you're able to stack this up to 100%. And what's pretty interesting is that like Gojo has a pretty low ult gauge, okay? Pretty low. The only thing is he doesn't get the ult gauge from what's it called, non-standard, so it's going to take a little bit of time, but you could probably get his ult pretty quick if you go for a kill. Okay, this is most likely going to be between 60 and 80% damage increase before he leaves, right? And this actually, yeah, so it's insane because it's also unless I'm tweaking, it's a 2-turn thing, so keep that in mind. These should be able to stack, which is making it pretty big. But I could be wrong. I should have checked that out, but I didn't have the recollection bit on the account. But with this recollection bit, like Hollow Purple becomes insane, right? So you could go for Hollow Purple, or like I said, just if you don't care for another Gojo yet, and you want hidden inventory and the red Gojo coming out soon on JP, well then just go for Mahito, right? But Hollow Purple is a very good unit, especially with that recollection bit on this guy, for sure. But yeah, he's not necessarily a must-need. Like I said in my last before you summon video on Utah, no unit is a must-need unless you want the unit and want to have fun and you like how they're playing, right? Obviously, if you are to like just clear content, then he's going to be very helpful for Tower. That's just a fact. And the other thing to mention, though, that low-key I should have mentioned a bit earlier, but I've already said it in so many videos, so it's not like I haven't mentioned it, but it's just people don't listen. So, you know, he's going to be on standard, right? So if you don't summon it for him now, he's going to be there later. Hopefully, my hope is after like Kamo or Nobara, they just put all of these guys into standard. Maybe because the banner schedule is quicker after like Mecha Maru or Toto, because this guy could be in February. And getting Gojo in the standard in February, I think would be best case, okay? But we don't know when exactly, so keep that in mind. But yeah, Gojo is good. He's going to be on standard in the future. We don't know when, but he's going to be there. So yeah, just wanted to kind of make this video because it's pretty important. But besides that, not much more to say. Hope you guys have a good day. Let me know what your personal plan is, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.